We gotta talk about this tea. It's piping hot. It's piping hot. I hope y'all are having a beautiful Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Child, I'm just counting down the days until I'm back in my house. But yes, Ben Simmons. We're gonna talk about Apple Watch, but I'm gonna let some of y'all come up in here. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me adjust this light. We make it do what it do. So yes. So y'all can get your updates and alerts. Cause I know how YouTube be doing. YouTube sis be we don't see nothing. But today is going to be good. I hope y'all have some apple juice. I have some apple juice. It's about to be lit. I'm sorry I'm looking a little toned down today. If you can hear me, let me know. Hey, Cast Life. Hey, beautiful. Oh, baby, where do we begin? I'll tell you where we begin. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Opinions are not facts, but baby, tell me why one of the girls, and I'm talking about the T girls, a trans woman is exposing Ben Simmons for being a part of the Rainbow Coalition along with 5 other players. She exposed them DMs, and I said, see, I told y'all ladies, some of these men are stupid, but not all of them. I told y'all these people aren't playing fair. Hey, baby. Hey, come on in. So you have Ben Simmons, who plays for, I think, Philadelphia. He's been linked to Kendall Jenner, Tinashe, amongst others. And this trans woman was saying how he loves her throat and he just can't get enough. I will be posting the receipts on the community wall. Also, you have Apple Watts from Love and Hip Hop LA. She just found out she was dating a whole trans woman. I think the trans woman's name is, I forget what it is. I'll be posting those receipts as well on, if you follow me on all the free apps, you'll see it. And I was just sitting up here like, people are playing a dangerous game. Can we talk about the trans community, like the Rainbow Coalition? See, when the T girls, when the trans men and women talk about they want inclusiveness and trans women are women, period, I always have to show y'all, no, they not, because if they were women, period, why is there such a secrecy? If there were men, period, why is there such a secrecy? Why are you lying about your identity? When you're out here fooling somebody, you're playing dangerous games. Now, for Lil Miss Thang, who out here creeping with the NBA players, ladies, I told y'all these men are not playing fair. You better keep that puss off the table because it's just mm-mm. Hey, how you doing, Queen of the South? I'm just like, did y'all see that tea? If you have not, shout out to Tea Serve Cold. Shout out to lipstick and something martinis, lipstick and martinis, lipstick something. I was caught off guard. I said, Ben Simmons? The Jenners, Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons, who was out here with Kendall, who I still believe is a part of the Rainbow Coalition, but don't get me started. I was like, I seen the Apple Watch story. Isn't that crazy? Can you imagine? And I want to focus on her for a minute because we don't see too many trans men out here, lying to the girls. I mean, I thought it was a boy because I didn't get it. I was like, oh, she's pregnant. This must be a pregnancy announcement. And I start reading and I'm like, whoa. She deleted everything, but she went off. She's heartbroken right now. She said if she was the old her, it would be way worse. And I believe it because Apple Watts know gang members and everything else. She was fooled by a trans man and had even introduced her to her kids. That ain't right. That is not right. And that's what I'm saying, y'all. This is why I believe in the level up. You should date more than one, run background checks. I need to see baby pictures. Like, there's a lot that I do, hence why I got something coming for y'all about work ethics and the level up. I don't play those type of games. She would have got beat up playing with me. And then she told her homeboys. There was a whole movie about Hillary Swank did it, where she played, I think the trans man's name is Tina Brandon. And it's a Caucasian girl, trans woman who was pretending to be a man. She didn't even go through the surgery, but she was wrapping her breasts down. She was using strap-ons. She was murdered. She was murdered, and so was everyone else who knew about it in that house. You're playing dangerous games when you start doing stuff like that. Now, as for Ben Simmons, now we know some of these boys, some of these black men in the NBAs is gay. Yes, boys don't cry. That was the first time I ever seen something like that, and it traumatized me. I still can't watch that movie. Amazing acting, superior acting. I'm happy old girl got her coin and whatnot, even though she was a teenager and they used her real likeness, but still, like, the rawness of it all. And people still feel some type of way. They said she wouldn't have died had she told the truth. And I was like, damn. Y'all talking about the black trans men and women are dying. No, the white ones are dying too. And they me too that trans woman, trans man at that. So yeah, I would feel some type of way. She would have to get beat up. I don't believe in violence, but when you do stuff like that, oh no. Oh no. Oh, you want some you can't be trusted. Mm-mm. Okay, just y'all better follow them promotionals I'm sending out. Men of standards, they'll teach you a thing. Out here, out here playing with me. Bop, bop. Are you serious? Now for Miss Trans Woman, she exposed Ben Simmons because she's out here fishing. That's what my gay cousin always calls it. Fishing, when you expose one high value man for his down low tradeness so you can bring in the big fish. She ain't low. That's why I do not be out here marching for the trans women or the men. They be playing games. They be playing games. And I like T.S. Madison, but I feel like some of her ideology is part of the problem. But you can't make people see the same things as you. That's why I'm not inclusive with my womanhood. I'm not invading their spaces. I'm just looking and I'm like, okay, you're on that street. I'm on this one. The end. Jerry Springer used to do shows like that, and someone got clocked with a chair. I'm just saying. It was giving very much Jerry Springer. I was looking, I was like, and I was reading. Y'all know me, I read everything. I was like, shout out to the bays because y'all keep me so informed. Y'all keep me so informed, okay? Y'all really wanted me to talk about courtside Karen, but I was like, nah, because LeBron loves courtside Karens because all his mistresses look like her. Allegedly. Yes, Queen of the South. A mess. It's just a mess. I was looking like, how you want to be out here pretending? Like, it's one thing if you tell somebody, like, I can see if they're out here pulling a young buck. First of all, the women's and the men's was telling him the truth. What I'm not understanding is when you're lying. We're in 2021. There's so many rights that the trans community has now. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm not against it. I mean, I some of it I can't get with, and that's because, my womanhood, it has to be protected. It has to be protected because at the end of the day, these are still biological men. I hate to say it like that. It's called being a stunt queen. They pull stunts to get the bag. It's expensive being trans, and a lot of people scam and pull stunts just to make. That's why a lot of them are in sex work. As quiet as it's kept. I mean, look at me at Isabella out here dipping it low with the boys. I mean, so that bag runs out, and I get it, but That's a hard life. That's a hard life. I told you, everybody want to be a woman. They think it's so easy. They think this is easy. This right here, as basic as I am, they envy this. So don't you ever sit up here and be idolizing women who are really men and vice versa. And you got to do your checks, baby. I need to see birth certificates. That's why I'm not for the changing of the birth certificate. No. No, because can you imagine if they would have went on with this thing? Y'all remember that big makeup YouTuber? She's still big. When she came out and her fiance was blindsided and had to learn about it on social media, I felt like that was a bait and switch to me. You know, all these male content creators talking all that hoopla and that mess. They never talk about that. Why are the kings out here dating the trans girls? Okay, what's going on? And to the trans man, baby, you're lucky you got away with just getting talked about on social media. Because I know some people, they want to play like that. Hey, Shy. Yes, couture sex work is a big thing in the underground trans community. I know. I used to live in Hawaii. Um, they call them mahus or lady boys. It's crazy. Nikki Tutorials. Yup. Nikki Tutorials was out here pretending to be a woman. I'm like, how long were y'all going to pretend? Like, I don't get it. How long were you going to keep on this facade? When it's time to have kids, what were you going to make up? Some type of thing where you can't have kids? Like, what was the lie? I just don't understand. Y'all are playing dangerous and treacherous games, and I'm not with it. I call it all gay. Me personally, I understand sexual preference versus sexual orientation, but it's too much. Yes, I seen a special on Hawaii Trans. It was on HBO. Baby, it is real life and in effect. Those trans men and women go all over the place in Asia to get the surgeries to shave down their Adam's apple, to remove everything. Yeah, Queen of the South, that's look, I'm 34. We call, lady boys, that's their name. Lady boys. That is their name in Asia. And they're not offended. They call them way worse out there, and they go by that. That's how I know. Mahu is a horrible name. But that's what they call them in Hawaii. I was just letting y'all know. I was giving y'all a little lesson. Can we get the likes up? Can we get the likes up? And I'm sitting up here, Ben Simmons. Are you going to march in the gay parade this year? Are you and your homeboys going to advocate for gay rights? Child, I wouldn't trust him or anybody he hang out with. He hang out with some pretty high profile men. They zipping it low and picking up slow for the boys and the girls. People have to stop tricking people into relationships, lying about their gender. The other lies are bad enough. Okay, like we don't have enough. Like we don't have enough. Now I gotta figure out, are you a man? Were you born this way? Okay. Listen, don't take my options or my choices away. It leads to psychotic breaks. I would have a whole meltdown. Can you imagine? Can y'all imagine that? I can't even imagine that. I cannot fathom that at all. I don't play no type of games. Like, this is why I say y'all gotta take the puss off the table. This is why I'm like, oh, I'm always asking 1,010,000+ questions because nobody can be trusted. These men have secret fantasies. It's a mess. They do. They do. That's why I always ask them on a date. So do you like trans women? Do you fantasize about the cucumber challenge, dipping it low for the boys? Do you believe in bromance? I ask all that. Y'all don't, but I do. Because I need to see where I stand. I need to see if I'm going to be like, nah, nah, mm-mm, mm-mm. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Y'all think I'm playing. I do not play games. That's one thing I do not play about. I believe in this. We can all live in our worlds respectfully. I don't agree with the murdering of anybody a part of the Rainbow Coalition. At the same time, though, when you're doing things, i.e., sex work, you have to be careful. And I want to put this out to my people who are a part of the trans community. Listen, I may not be standing on the front line and marching, but I don't agree with the murdering, the brutality, the insensitivities against y'all. I don't agree with that, but I'm a woman first and I have to fight for me and I just can't. Yes, ask give them the freedom to speak without them feeling judged. They will tell you enough to know. Exactly. Exactly. I I'll never forget this. I was in high school. This dude literally dated me because he needed a beard. That's where I found out about the word. I found out about the word beard when I was 17. 17. He was just like, one day, just regular, because y'all, I was so green. I would hold hands and I thought that was enough. So he was cool with it. Walk around school, we would hold hands. He'd put my books up and stuff. And then one day he said, I'm breaking up with you. And I was like, what? Because he was so nice. And he was just like, girl, I'm gay. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. Regular jacket, you wouldn't even know. Was not flamboyant, was not over the top. A typical masculine man. Hey, baby, a typical masculine man. Gay. He just needed me for a cover. So some of y'all have to understand that. Some of y'all are sitting up here in these loveless relationships and you're not understanding what's going on. That might be it. I was a professional beard. A couple of my old school gay coworkers from the past hired me to be their heterosexual date for events. Hello. And there's lucrative money in that. There is lucrative money in that. That's why some of these wives are sitting up here. Y'all be thinking they're dipping it low for their husband. No, they're going to go lay on the table in the doctor's office. They're laying on the table in the doctor's office. They're getting artificially inseminated, right? They're not even touching them. They're doing public appearances. I told y'all I was dating a whole football player. A whole football player. These athletes, these entertainers, these high profile, a lot. And it just don't stop with the Tyrones and the Jasons. It's the Brad. It's the Chun Li. It's the Wands. It's I mean Ricky Martin. A lot of people didn't even know. He had a whole girlfriend, didn't he, at one point? There you go. I'm never getting your live notifications. Oh my God, because YouTube be hating. Y'all seen enough of me exposing them. So if you're not getting the lives, I need you to hit that bell, put it on no notifications, and then tap it for all. And it should reset it. That's the best I can do. Andrew Gillum's wife, so sad. I don't believe Andrew Gillum's wife knew he was gay before that happened. I still don't believe that. I don't care what nobody say. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't. For the life of me, I do not. For the life of me, I do not. Mm-mm. No. No. And to the women who feel like, well, I'm going to just go get a thug, it be these thugs out here dipping it low, picking up slow for the boys. I say if they have one too many kids, if they can't settle down, if they've been in a prison, if they have they're just real loud with their bigotry. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just having a normal conversation. I'm talking about on 10, like the New Jersey, what was it, the mayor senator who was in the bathroom tapping his foot in the stalls? Child, these men ain't fooling me. These men ain't fooling me. They be loving going on trips with their homeboys in these exotic places with no women around. None. None in sight. But when it's time for you to go on vacation, they're talking about, nah, I gotta work, and they're doing any and everything in their power. And then you got these trans men now we gotta worry about because they're out here pretending to be men, doing what the men do best, lying, trying to get into your life. And it's just like, I don't want anybody to have that experience. I could tell Apple Watts was sad. This is a woman who just found out, she really don't know who her father is. It's crazy. Yes, I went on a date with a man and he started talking about gay men and how he was not one of the was not the one. As the evening turned out, I didn't want to wonder why. Came in here to show love and walked into men bashing as usual, but let me go protect black women. You sound like a hater. I'm not bashing anybody. Run the tape back, hater. You ain't showing love. It's always somebody with the fake love. I came up in here showing love, but you bashing men. I'm not bashing men. I'm telling the truth. We're covering news. I feel like anyone who lives a double life are exactly. How you gonna be out here living a double life? Like, just be honest. We're in the age of Aquarius. That's really what 2021 is all about. We're in the age of Aquarius. Just tell the truth. Put it out there. Let the cards lay where they're laid. Now, I will say this to the women. If a man's coming to you with his truth, telling you he like to dip it low, pick it up for the boys, that's between you and him. Don't be out here spreading his tea to any and everybody because you're upset about that. And stop trying to convince him or sleep with him or whatever you're doing, dipping it low, pick it up slow, doing the cucumber challenge to convince him he's not. That's what he likes. Some of y'all are trying to change people, and that's really the problem. That is the problem. I will say that. But as for the trans man, he would have got his swoop. He just came in here while you were talking about trans, not even knowing. Facts. Facts. Spilling tea will get you killed. It really will. And that's the truth. Ben Simmons is worth a couple M's. This trans woman is worth how much? Worth how much? Didn't they just find a trans woman body in a trunk? Playing dangerous games. I'm telling y'all want to play dangerous games? Go ahead. It's going to get you in 3 places. Y'all know my favorite 3. The prison, the grave, the hospital. Y'all keep playing. You got to run it back, baby. You got to run it back. I already said what Ben Simmons did. And I'm posting receipts to my community. A mess. Y'all gotta be safe out here. Y'all gotta ask questions. And I hate to say this, some of these trans women look a little hard in the face. Not saying there's not a lot of hard bone structure women, but to me, I was like, I know that's a trans woman. Looks like a trans woman. Who has Ben Simmons? I think he plays for Philadelphia. The guy that dates Kendall Jenner. But I think Kendall Jenner is a lesbian herself. Most trans women cannot pass. But a lot of trans men can pass as men. They have some feminine features, but ew. For the 76ers. Okay. I think she should have kept the T on Ben because it's not going to get her in favor. No, there's going to be some lonely rapper that's going to be like, come see me. There's going to be a producer that's going to say, come see me. It's going to be an athlete with a little bit more dough that said, come and see me, that can afford her. Ben must have cut her off or something. But you see what he said. I'm going to post the receipt. He said, I got 5 players. So they be tossing these trans women up and down like little thoughts and whores, smutting them out. And I'm like, do they get paid a good coin for it? Probably. That's why a lot of them go overseas. It's a whole fetish. Sorry. And I like some trans women. I like Shauna Brooks and T.S. Madison and Lorraine Cox. I like them. Child, I don't know anything about these athletes. Girl, you better figure it out because I'm trying to figure out all the ones who like trans women so I can go up in there. How much you paying to be a beard? How much you paying for your beard? How much you paying? That's a quick lick. Let me run it up. Of course I'll go on a date with you. Of course I'll hit your red carpet with you. Of course I'll be standing beside you. Of course we're so happy and go about my day. That's easy money. I'm sorry. That is easy money. For anybody who's ever who was a paid beard, y'all know that's easy money. You just show up at the right time, at the right place, looking good. You do the couple thing. And the girls who are really into it, they get paid to be wives. I wonder why they just won't come out the closet. I don't know. But what really upset me was the trans man. I said, dang, you really had Apple Watts out here feeling you, being committed to you. Yeah, they were in a committed relationship, like really dating. She introduced him to her family and vice versa, just to find out he was born a she. I don't know if I have that type of composure. I don't know. I don't believe in violence, but the trans man woke up and chose violence. I'm like, yikes. Very Jerry Springer. It was giving me very much Jerry Springer. I wasn't feeling that. I was not feeling that at all. Shy, yes, there was a woman who was killed for exposing her gay homie lover friend on Facebook when she was caught him with a man. They shot at her while she was driving and she crashed her car. Yup, I did a video on that. Run it back. Run it back when it catches you off guard. You don't know what to do. Like, I'm not about to expose you, but at the same time, like, I believe in that instance, they were going to murder her anyway because she walked in and saw it and the man was like, come here, and charged at her. They were going to do that anyway. I would have just got out of town. And then it was his alleged cousin or something. See, one thing I don't do is embarrass. Man is dangerous, man. Men are dangerous and so are these trans men. Because can you imagine? And this is what I said earlier. Imagine Apple walks in this trans man getting married. She decides she wants to have kids. She can't figure out why they can't have kids. And then you go through the whole rigmarole. It's giving me very much Nikki tutorials. And that's why I still don't like her. I don't care how YouTube feels about it. YouTube paraded her around as a hero and talking about courage. And I'm like, that's not courage. That's out here being fraudulent. You're out here lying. And they got mad at the woman who was over the makeup company because she exposed her versus Nikki Tutorials because she's the bigger star. In my opinion, it was all wrong. And I feel some type of way about the trans women anyway, invading our spaces. And when I say invading our spaces, I'm talking about being us, taking over our positions and stuff. And I'm like, no, it needs to be a separation, a clear separation. Because at the end of the day, nah. We got to protect our womanhood at all costs. I'm not feeling that. But I don't care what you do. I don't care who you love. Love who you love. Girl, I don't expose these men at all. She tried to blackmail them. Just a mess all the way around. Embarrassing a man is dangerous, especially when you expose the thing he is hiding. Nick at Night was on it today. What'd she say? What'd she say? I know she has issues with T.S. Madison. As long as she's not crying. Because I told y'all, they don't care if you cry. And they're going to make fun of you if you do. They're going to think you lying. Y'all already know how I feel. I'll be like, ooh, child. A lot of these content creators I can't follow because I just be like, it's a little too much for me. It's a little too much for me, but one thing I'm not about to do, I'm not about to be like, trans women are women, period, and trans men are men, period. No. Nature says different. That's why when they get a real man, like, when you like, why you act like a woman? I don't worry about that. I do background checks and then some. If I even feel like you might be questionable, I gotta cut that off. I can't risk my health. And I know I know the trans community hates that. I know the Rainbow Coalition hates that. But let's look at the STI and STD rates, please. While y'all are out here playing these dangerous games with your life, it's a no. It's a no. No. I'm not about to compete with a man because a man's going to win every time. You can't top that. You just can't. You just can't. There's not so many men who been with men who stay with women. And I'm going to leave it at that. I had some vicious fights with my gay male friends. They want all the male privilege and exactly. That's why I can't be out here caping for the trans women because I'm like, y'all are not women, period. No, no, mm-mm. I don't want you gracing my covers where it's for the females. Y'all need to grace your covers. We can't grace none of their stuff. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Nope, nope, sorry. I gave my thoughts on that when Angela Ross was out here upset because Black Girls Rock. And I was like, no. That's where I draw the line. I support you in everything you do, but that, no. Clear division. Clear division. Now, I do believe there's some toxicness, and I do believe there's a lot of extraness, but at the same time, they're extra too. Yeah, that Bruce thing pissed me off back in the day. Exactly. Exactly. What was it? Woman of the Year or something like that? I was like, what? The way people were outraged. They were outraged and they had every right. Every right. Every right. Because I was like, woman. When I look at Bruce Jenner, I don't see nothing Caitlyn. I don't see nothing womanly about her. Yeah, I was over them. And then they took the female sign of always Maxi. What man you know gets a period? Oh, wait. Not that foolishness. That's why I don't get into it. That's why a lot of these liberals, I just be looking at them like with the side eye, like you're trying to erase us. It's not going to work. That's why I'm saying, Black women, y'all better tap in, get you some men of standard security services so you can protect yourself, so you can learn how to protect yourself because it's a dangerous game. Y'all know we have the Eve gene and everybody want to take from us. They want to clone us and then some, but I'll say that for another talk and another time. Y'all can't convince me otherwise. That's why so many of us are just randomly coming up missing. Mm-mm. You're not fooling me. I know what they want. They want the secret. They want the secret ingredient. They just don't know how to formulate it. And I'm not going to help them either. Caitlyn will forever be Bruce. Okay, I remember seeing Caitlyn on the Wheaties box. Like, that was a big thing. I told y'all my age. I'm an 80s baby. That was a big thing. Like, I ate Wheaties and didn't even like them. Y'all see the new ad they had out? Says people get periods and had trans men like, man, you have a uterus. People, women, and I don't use cis because that's a psychological term they're trying to force down our throats. I'm not doing that. I don't go see a psychologist about wanting to be something different inside my body. I know I'm a woman. I woke up being a woman. I'm happy to be a woman. I don't take my breasts down. I don't do none of that. I love every inch of me. Now, if you do that, that's cool. I'm not knocking it. But don't invade my space. I'm not about to let your jargon invade mine. Even though they feel like, in the words of Funky Dineva, we steal their lingo. But I'm like, y'all steal from us. Lingo don't belong to nobody. Women have periods, and I find that offensive. Y'all got to start writing the legislature. I can't help it. I call him by his name. But it is what it is. Listen, I definitely get it. I mean, hell, Kylie and them still call him dad. Confusing. Confusing. They're like, well, that is their dad. No, that is their mom. Their mom 2.0. But it is what it is. It is what I don't cis nothing. Woman, natural born woman, all woman, biological woman. I don't care if you are offended. Be offended. I woke up like this. I told, if y'all want to see my real thoughts on that, I did the Malik Yoba interview. It's up there. Go run it back. We did that, what, last year, bays? The end. But no, I just had to spill this tea real quick. A little something to sip on, a little something to wet your palate, so you can have something to sizzle in your spirit, so you can be alarmed, so you can be armed. That's the real word. Armed with all the tools, okay? So you can watch these men and these women because they're out here playing Jedi mind games. But those are my thoughts on it. Those are my opinions. Comment down below. Do you feel like Ben Simmons was out here dipping it low and picking up slow for the boys? Do you feel like Apple Watts should have beat her ass? Let me know down below in the comments, and I gotta go. Bye.